It is the day before Thanksgiving, and we have 2 pork butts here. We're going to go ahead and get ready to make our injection. So what we're going to use today is a whole stick of butter, some pineapple juice from actual pineapple chunks in a can, and we're going to try to get at least 2 cups. If we need more, then we can fill it up with pineapple juice. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now keep in mind, the 2 cups of juice or marinade is for each pork butt. So in my case here, I had to do 4 cups of juice. So we're going to go ahead and inject it at least every 4 inches. I almost forgot to mention, since we're melting the butter, you want to let it cool down. For the most part, it's going to cool down with the pineapple juice, but you don't want to inject it hot into the raw meat. So here I melted another stick of butter, poured the pineapple juice, I let it cool down, and here we're going to inject the second pork butt. So I now have all my injection in the pork butt, and here I'm cutting the fat layer so that I can peel it back and getting ready for the rub. You want to take your time peeling back this fat layer. Once you get the rub on, you're going to have to lay it back onto the pork butt. This is going to prevent your pork butt from drying up while it's cooking. It's also going to give you that nice crispy layer that you want. As you can see, I didn't completely cut it off. I left it hinged onto the pork butt so that it can easily come back on. Here I'm preparing my second piece. Unfortunately, I didn't follow my own advice, so I missed a big chunk of fat layer here. So take your time, guys. Here I'm going to rub mustard all over the pork butt. The mustard is not for any kind of flavoring or anything. This is only going to work as an adhesive for the rub. Here we have the rub I'm gonna use. Like I mentioned earlier, this is something I made. It consists of mostly garlic pepper, a lot of garlic powder, onion powder, and other spices. But like I said, any rub of your liking will work for this recipe. There you have it. It's all rubbed down. I do advise you to get every corner of this pork butt with that rub. This is going to give you the best color and the best flavor. So what you want to do now is cover it and put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving morning. I'm expecting to cook this for about 6 to 7 hours for our Thanksgiving dinner. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, it's Thanksgiving morning. I've taken the pork butts out of the refrigerator. I'm gonna let them sit and get to room temperature a bit. I don't want to cook them straight out of the refrigerator. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare la caja china. I use aluminum foil as a liner on the bottom of the dip tray. This just helps me out when it's cleaning time. It makes everything a lot easier. So my setup here is one of the pig roasting racks is going to sit on the bottom. On top of that, I have 2 dip trays. Then on top of that, I have another pig roasting rack. And I also have some smaller racks here that I took out of my roaster ovens. This will just help me carry the meat out when it's cooked, so that it doesn't fall apart. And here's the pork butts. They've been sitting out for a little bit. You'll notice that a lot of the juice is at the bottom of the tray. That is okay. There's plenty of juice in your pork butt already. Here I'm pouring pineapple juice to the dip tray. I'm also gonna throw in the pineapple chunks, adding red wine vinegar, and I'm gonna top it off with some orange juice. This is gonna add a lot of moisture to the cooking here, and it's gonna prevent your pork butts from drying up. You're going to want to lay your pork butts with the fat layer facing down for the first 3 to 4 hours. Here I'm putting the ashtray and the charcoal grid. You gotta make sure you have the charcoal grid under that charcoal. In between the cooking time, you're gonna want to clean out the ashes so that the charcoal radiates the best heat to the inside of La Caja China. This is not a commercial for Kingsford, but I do like to use Kingsford charcoal. I feel like this is the charcoal that's going to last you longer and provide the best heat possible. This is a 16-pound bag. I'm going to use the entire bag for the first application of charcoal. It's about 9 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and light the charcoal. Keep in mind your cooking time does not start now. You want to wait till your charcoal is completely lit and it's turning white. I'm not a fan of lighter fluid, so I did not have any. I had to use the torch and some good old elbow grease. I'm spreading the charcoal a little bit early. I recommend you wait a little bit and get that charcoal a little bit on the wider side. I was on a time crunch here, so I had to get the cooking time started a little sooner, but it's looking okay. Just to give you an idea of the temperature outside, it's about 47 degrees right now. It's not a problem for the charcoal. You're going to get good heat with this temperature. pork butt's been cooking for about an hour. I added another 8 pounds of charcoal so that we can get that continuous heat. It's been about 2 hours now. Here I'm adding 8 more pounds of charcoal. In the meantime, I'm gonna go and get my turkey ready. I do apologize, my cameraman was away, so I didn't get a chance to record while I was injecting the turkey. I keep it really simple. I inject melted butter and mix with some kosher salt. Here I'm applying the rub to the turkey. The rub is a mixture of lemon pepper, garlic pepper, and onion powder. Now, it was a really busy morning, so I should have rubbed the turkey with melted butter first. I completely forgot, and I started applying the rub. So as you can see here, it's not sticking as it should. So we're about the 3-hour mark for the pork butts. I'm gonna open up La Caja and prepare the dip tray for the turkey. I'm gonna pour some orange juice in the tray, some red wine vinegar, and I'm also gonna place some celery sticks into the tray. Here I'm bringing my turkey over. I'm gonna place it on the rack. Remember, you want to place it breast side down. The fire is above the turkey, so you want to roast the underside of the turkey first. Because the turkey was laying on the tray, the bottom portion did not get any rub on, so we're gonna go ahead and shake some on here so that we can keep the flavor consistent. Remember, the pork butt's been in here for 3 hours now, so we're gonna go ahead and flip them around. Here I'm putting the charcoal back on. I'm gonna add another about 8 pounds of charcoal. I'm gonna spread them out evenly. We want the fire to be directed to both ends of the box. So the turkey's been in here for about an hour. Pork butt's been in here for about 4 hours. I'm gonna open it up and pour some chicken broth on both of the trays. So we're gonna go ahead and close it back up, and we're gonna add about 6 pounds of charcoal. Now at this point you wanna clean out the ashes from the bottom of the charcoal grid. So we're about the 2-hour mark for the turkey. I added about 4 to 5 pounds of charcoal. I felt like it was really hot and I didn't think it needed too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this burn for a little bit and open it up in just a minute. So we are at the 2-hour mark for the turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around, breast side up, and I'm also gonna score the fat layer of the pork butt. So we are about 3 hours in for the turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and open up La Caja China and see how they're doing. And I'm also gonna go ahead and baste the turkey and also the pork butts. Keep in mind, I wasn't worried about the presentation this time around, but if it's something that worries you, I would recommend you put aluminum foil on the tips of the turkey legs, and maybe at this point some aluminum foil on top of the breast, depending on what color you're looking for. So it's been about 4 hours for the turkey. My thermometer says it's ready. We're gonna go ahead and open up La Caja China, and we're gonna take that turkey out and we'll check on the pork butts. It looks like the pork butt is also ready. We're gonna go ahead and take it out. I do apologize, I did not get any video, but we went ahead and pulled the pork so that we can pour some barbecue sauce on it. I'll show you some images here and a video of our juicy turkey. You're gonna see all the juices pouring out of this thing. It was amazing. So here we are at our Thanksgiving dinner. I'm carving up the turkey, and boy, I gotta tell you, I've done plenty of turkeys and nothing compares to La Caja China.